Hello, good afternoon, students. So, after completion of continuity, today we shall start another a small topic, you can say, differentiability. Differentiability means you have to verify those functions which are differentiable or not. So, for this, see first what are the differentiable function, or which function we can say that it is differentiable. So understand, suppose fx be any real valued or real function and a is another real number. So first we calculate or we define left hand derivative. Left hand derivative means limit h tending to 0 f a minus h minus f a upon minus h. Left hand derivative, that means limit h tending to 0 f a minus h minus f a upon minus h. This is also written as L f dash a. Dash stand for differentiation or derivative, which you have already studied in 11. L stand for left hand, and A is the value where differentiability is to be checked or to be verified. Next, calculate right hand derivative. In right hand derivative, limit h tends to 0 f a plus h minus f a upon h, also represented as r f dash a, right hand derivative of f at a. So when these two values are equal, then we say that function is differentiable. So the function fx is said to be differentiable at x is equal to a if left hand derivative of f is equals to right hand derivative of f, and commonly they are represented by f dash a, means its value is differentiation of f a, and in combined form or in common form we write f dash a, which is called derivative of fx at x is equal to a. Otherwise, if left hand derivative and right hand derivatives are not equal, then function is not differentiable at x is equal to a. So in differentiability, you have to just verify whether the function is differentiable or not, and for this we will check left hand derivative and right hand derivative. If they are equal, then we say that function is differentiable. Otherwise, means if they are unequal or not equal, then the function is not differentiable. It is well understood by some problem. Consider a problem. Prove that fx is equal to x square is differentiable at x is equal to 1. So at x is equal to 1, you have to check the function is differentiable or not. For this, for differentiability, for verifying the differentiability, we require three terms. Calculate first them. So first find f1, replace x in fx, replace x by 1. So f1 is 1 square, which is 1. Next, calculate f1 plus h. Replace x here by 1 plus h, then this should be 1 plus h whole square. So it should be 1 plus h whole square, which should equals to 1 plus 2h plus h square according to the formula of a plus b whole square. And similarly, calculate f1 minus h. We should be 1 minus h whole square from here. So 1 minus 2h plus h square according to the formula of a minus b whole square. So after calculating three values, now calculate left hand derivative at x is equal to 1, that is L f dash 1. That is formula which is already written above. So limit is tending to 1, f1 minus h minus f1 upon minus h. Write down their values. So L f dash 1 is equals to limit h tending to 0, f1 minus h, which is 1 minus 2h plus h square minus 1 by minus h. Minus 1 and plus 1 should cancel, and in remaining two terms in numerator take minus h as common, so it reduces to 2 minus h, so that minus h and minus h should also cancel, and then put it should be 2. So this is value of left hand derivative. Similarly calculate right hand derivative, means limit h tending to 0, f1 plus h minus f1 upon h. Write down the formulas of f1 plus h, which is 1 plus 2h plus h square minus 1 upon h. Again like above, 1 and minus 1 should cancel, h should taken as common, h and s should cancel, and finally its value is 2. So here we see that both derivatives, means left hand derivative and right hand derivatives, are equal. Thus the function is differentiable at x is equal to 1, and its value, means differentiation of fx at x is equal to 1 is 2, which is value of left hand and right hand derivative. See another question. Next question is, explain the differentiability of greatest integer function of x at x is equal to 1. So first recall the greatest integer function of x. What was definition? I have written all these definition in the starting of continuity. Its value is greatest integer but not more than x, not more than x. So fx is equal to greatest integer of x. So f1 is greatest integer of 1, which is 1. But f1 plus h means greatest integer of 1 plus h. H is, h is very small value, very small, tends to 0. So greatest integer corresponding will be not more than 1, that is 1. Similarly, f1 minus h is greatest integer of 1 minus h. 1 minus h is less than 1. Less than 1, it means its nearest integer will be 0, not 1. So greatest integer of 1 minus h is 0. So now calculate left hand limit as well as right hand limit. Write down first formula. Left hand derivatives is limit h tends to 0, f1 minus h minus f1 upon minus h. This is formula for left hand derivative. Write down their values. f1 minus h is greatest integer function of 1 minus h minus a1 upon minus h, and greatest integer value of 1 minus h is already calculated, which is 0. So write down their value, 0 minus 1 upon minus h. So it should become minus 1 upon minus h. Minus and minus should cancel. How much left? Limit h tends to 0, 1 by h. And when we put h 0, then 1 by 0 results undefined term. Similarly calculate right hand derivative. So in right hand derivative, write down the formula first. R f dash 1 is equals to limit h tends to 0 f1 plus h minus f1 by h. Write down there are values which is already obtained. 1 minus 1 upon h, that is 0 upon h, and 0 upon anything is 0. So what you see, left hand derivative at 1 is undefined, right hand derivative at 1 is 0, so they are not equal. Hence the function is not differentiable at x is equals to 1. Function is not differentiable at x is equals to 1. See another question. Discuss the differentiability of fx at x is equal to 2 when fx is x minus 1, when x is less than 2, 2x minus 3 if x is greater than equal to 2. Like previous problems, calculate first f2. f2 means x is equal to 2. See the question and see the lower one is applicable when x is equal to 2. Here put x is equal to 2, then it should be 2 into 2, 4 minus 3, which is 1. Next calculate f2 minus h. Obviously 2 minus h is less than 2, so the upper one is applicable. Here put x is equal to 2 minus h, then it should be 2 minus h minus 1, which is 1 minus h. And finally put f is equals to 2 plus h. 2 plus h is more than 2, so the lower one is applicable. So 2 into 2 plus h minus 3. Open the bracket. It should be 4 plus 2h minus 3. So 4 minus 3 should be 1 plus 2h. So these are the three values which we required. Now left hand derivative. Left hand derivative is, see the formula, limit h tending to 0 f2 minus h minus f2 upon minus h, because we have to test the differentiability at x is equals to 2. Write down their values. f2 minus h is 1 minus h and minus f2 is minus 1 upon minus h. 1 and 1 should be cancelled, minus h upon minus h, which is also 1, so the result is 1. Similarly, right hand derivative is limit h tending to 2 f2 plus h minus f2 upon h. You have obtained f2 plus h is 1 plus 2h. So 1 plus 2h minus 1 upon h. See here, 1 and 1 should cancel. How much left? Limit h tending to 0 2h by h. Again h and h should cancel. So only 2 is left. Now see here, left hand derivative is 1, right hand derivative is 2. It means left hand derivative and right hand derivative are not equal. So the function is not differentiable at x is equals to 2. So see another question. So in next question you have discussed the differentiability of fx at x is equal to 0 when fx is equal to x into modulus of x. So student, first define or recall the definition of modulus of x. You know already modulus of x is equal to x when x is positive. Positive means greater than equal to 0, and is equals to minus x when x is less than 0. So using these conditions, reform the fx. Fx is equal to x into modulus of x. So when x is greater than equal to 0, then it should be x into x. That should be x square. So fx is equal to x square when x is greater than equal to 0. And on the other hand, when x is less than 0, then modulus of x is equal to minus x. And in that case, fx should equal to x into minus x, which reduces to minus x square. So fx is minus x square when x is less than 0. So the question can be rewritten as fx is equal to x square when x is greater than equal to 0 and minus x square when x is less than 0. Now check the differentiability. First calculate f0. f0 means when x is equal to 0. So 0 square, which is 0. Next calculate f0 plus h. 0 plus h is more than 0 or greater than 0. So again this will be applicable. So 0 plus h whole square, which is obviously h square. And the third one is f0 minus h. 0 minus h is less than 0. So the third one is applicable, means minus 0 minus h whole square. Here becomes minus h whole square, which is h square. Minus is already here, so it is minus h square. Thus all the three values are obtained. Now we test left hand limit, right hand limit are equal or not. So first calculate left hand limit. Limit f dash 0. Write down the formula. Limit h tending to 0, f0 minus h minus f0 upon minus h. This is formula for left hand derivative. You have obtained f0 minus h, that is minus h square. Write down here minus h square. f0 is 0, so it is 0 upon minus h. Simplify this one. So simplify. So how much get? Limit h tending to 0 minus h square upon minus h. Minus should cancel and 1 h should cancel. How much left? Limit h tending to 0 h, which is 0. Hence the value of left hand limit is 0. Further calculate right hand derivative. Left hand derivative is 0. Right hand derivative. Write down the formula first. Limit h tending to 0, f0 plus h minus f0 upon h. You have obtained f0 plus h, that is h square. So put here h square minus 0 upon h. H square minus 0 upon h is limit h tending to 0, h square by h. H and h should cancel, 1 h left here, which becomes 0. So right hand derivative at 0 is 0. So here what you see, left hand derivative and right hand derivatives are equal. It is compulsory to mention here. But thus left hand derivative is equals to right hand derivative, so the function is differentiable. Hence students, I think you will understand the differentiability. Today I shall provide you some questions from continuity and differentiability, although both are same chapter. One or two properties left, which I think we shall clear it tomorrow in live classes. Tomorrow the class will be WebEx meeting. So your doubts, some students have given one or two problems to solve. Today I shall give you the practice problem or assignment from continuity and differentiability, so that now we are positioned to start differentiation from Monday. Tomorrow we shall meet on WebEx meeting at 3 p.m. Thank you.